Hi everyone, my name is Valentin. I'm a pricing strategy manager at Dropbox, and I'm here today to talk about what it is I do and hopefully get you excited about this as a potential career path. So when I say pricing strategy, there are two components that really go hand in hand for it. There's pricing and there's packaging. What do I mean by this? Well, say that I work for a software company and we have five different software features that we might sell as part of a product. Now, let's say there are two customers, customer A and customer B. Customer A might want a lot of functionality. They want the top of the line model and they're willing to pay top dollar for it. Meanwhile, customer B doesn't need or want something super expensive and with all the bells and whistles. They want something that will get the job done in a more basic manner and they don't want to pay as much. I could say for customer A, let's give them all five features. I could say for customer B, let's give them features one and two. But then the question arises, how do I know that customer A actually wants all five features? How do I know customer B wants feature one and feature two? Maybe they might want feature three or feature four and feature five. Basically, what we would do as pricing strategy managers is do research into the market to figure out what would best resonate with our customers in terms of the product offering, that would be packaging, and then what price they're willing to pay for. That's the pricing bit. That's what we think about each day. So to give an illustration of what this looks like in practice, I'm going to show you a page on the Dropbox website. You'll see here, this is our package comparison page. You'll see that we have four different packages. We have Plus, Professional, Standard, Advanced. Each one has different product capabilities. So you'll see while most of these capabilities are the same, storage varies throughout each of the product offerings from 2 terabytes in Plus to as much space as you need in Advanced. Now we have a lot of different features that we offer in Dropbox's products, so this page can be pretty long. But you'll see in certain areas, so here Plus has fewer features than Professional, and therefore Professional is going to fetch a higher price than Plus. Once we get all the way down to the bottom, you'll see that Professional we charge $16.58 a month for, whereas Plus we charge $9.99 a month for if you bill yearly. So what does a typical day look like in a pricing strategy role? Well, there's a number of things that could make it up. You could be crunching some numbers, you could be taking meetings, you could be writing a survey that you might field out to your customer base, or you might be conducting interviews with customers. You could be making presentations, you could be giving the presentations, you could be brainstorming ideas either independently or with a group. The long and short of it is there's so much that goes into this role that it's always fresh and exciting. In terms of the ultimate goal of a pricing strategy team, we want to make sure that we are aligning price with value. By that I mean we want to make sure that we offer customers what they want at a price they are willing to pay for. And then in doing so, we help drive revenue for the business. Now, how does one get into pricing strategy? It's probably not one of the first roles that you think of when you're trying to plan about your career or think about what you want to do long term. I'll admit I fell into it kind of by accident. When I was in college, I was looking at what I might want to do after graduation. I was looking mainly at going into management consulting, thinking that if I work as a consultant for a few years, I can get a great idea of what I might want to do longer term by working with a bunch of different companies. And I ended up getting a job that I really liked at a consulting firm that focused on pricing strategy. I really enjoyed the work and wanted to see what the job was like on the other side of the table, working in-house rather than being an external consultant. So that's what I was looking for when I looked to make a move, and that's what happened when I ended up at Dropbox. In terms of what I like about working in pricing strategy, A big thing for me is that the work is so varied. I talked about all the different things that you might do in this role on a given day, from crunching numbers to making presentations. And I like the fact that each day looks different than the one that came before it. Another thing I like about this role is you get to work with people who are in a lot of different parts of the company. I'm typically working on my projects with people who are on the product team, are on the marketing team, are on the finance team. Everyone has a different role to play on a given project. And in working with so many different people, you see lots of different perspectives and get a great idea of what's going on in the company. And you also see your impact really clearly. Another thing I love about working in pricing strategy is you develop a really wide skill set, and the skills you learn are quite useful. Since you're working with numbers a lot, you develop great analytical skills, and you're in a lot of situations where you're working closely with people, either in working groups or in discussion sessions or giving presentations. So you develop really great teamwork skills, facilitation skills, presentation skills, all of which will serve you well wherever it is you go in life. And since every company is selling something, every company has to think about pricing at some point or other. So the skill set can really apply to any industry. So how do you know if this type of role would be a good fit for you? Well, I can give you a few guideposts. The first is, do you like to think strategically? We grapple with difficult, interesting questions like, what do our customers value? Should we offer that new product? What should we think about discounting? Should we even discount? All of these are going to be issues that you might grapple with as a pricing strategy manager. And if you enjoy tackling complex questions and thinking strategically, then definitely this is a role that you might want to consider. You're also a good fit for this role if you like talking to people. You would be meeting with a lot of different people in a lot of different parts of the company, both formally as well as informally, to figure out what are people prioritizing? What can your research do to help answer questions that other people have? And what kind of inputs will other people be giving you to help you with the work that you're doing? All in all, it's a very people centric role. So, liking to talk to people and liking to engage with people will bring you really far in this role. Another key trait for a pricing strategy role is you like working with numbers. Just about every decision that you make, you're going to have to be able to justify. And data is what's going to help give you that justification. We do a lot of surveys, we do a lot of crunching numbers. All of that is going to help you justify, we should charge this, or we should add this feature to this product offering. So having a strong enjoyment of working with numbers is going to be a pretty useful trait. So I hope this has been a good introduction into what you do in a pricing strategy role. Personally, I've learned a ton doing this, and I really enjoy the types of questions and challenges that you grapple with in this type of role. All in all, I've been super happy that I've chosen this as my career path, and I hope I've gotten some of you excited about this as well.